On a summer morning in Queens, New York, a man walked up to police officers and said words that would change his life. Within minutes, he'd be unconscious on the pavement, his scalp torn open, strangled by the very thing the city was about to ban. This is the story of what happened to Ricky Bellevue on the Rockaway Beach boardwalk. June 21st, 2020. The world was still reeling from the death of George Floyd just weeks earlier. New York City was in the grip of a pandemic, masks mandatory, tensions high, and on the Rockaway Beach boardwalk in Queens, police were responding to reports of a disorderly group. It was 8:45 in the morning.
I'm not doing nothing wrong. These guys came up to me to ask me to stop.
Back up for a second.
Listen.
All right, now talk to me.
They came up to me to ask me to stop what I was doing. I don't even know this motherfucker.
You don't know him?
No, I don't. I really don't. He came up to me.
Where do you live?
I live right here. You don't have to ask me this question. Like,
no,
George.
I know where he lives.
All right, but you know Thomas Joy and Richard Joy.
No, I
So
don't.
the
I don't
military
know.
with me. So, like, all right, but they said you were his cousin. You know Lavin, Bellico, Lopez. Yeah, ask all these
they're all
people about my
detectives, I know.
father. Yeah. I don't want to talk to them, man. Listen, I'm good people with you guys. I respect you guys well till the day I die. I don't fucking disrespect you guys.
I'm saying still. Your boy pushed me. I'm on live.
The body camera footage released by the NYPD shows us exactly how this encounter began. 3 men, several police officers, and a confrontation that would simmer for 10 long minutes before it exploded. What you're seeing isn't chaos. Not yet. It's something more unsettling, a slow burn. The men are talking to police. Sometimes it's conversation, sometimes it's taunting, name-calling. One of them has his cell phone out, recording, calling out officers' names and badge numbers for everyone to hear.
I got 1,000 viewers right now. Y'all pushing me on live.
Hello.
Still, it's all right. My boy right here kindly pushed me for a second time, along with Jacoby.
Stop moving.
Yeah, whatever. Put your gloves on, motherfucker. So don't leave no fingerprints when you try to kill somebody, right? Yeah, get them gloves on, right? Yeah, turn that camera.
Who's going? Inside.
Everyone turn their body cameras off.
This one?
I'm on live right now.
He's the worst one?
No. I'm on live. I don't even know this one.
Ah, jeez.
He's the bad one.
It's a whole mess over here.
Yeah, some guy just, we were down by like 7-9, some guys like, this guy's just like saying like crazy things.
Stop pushing. As long as we keep space.
Down
Stop
here, these
pushing.
guys just
I
start
can't wait to see
going at it.
That's all he said. Come on.
Looks like an idiot, right?
No, fuck that, son.
I can't wait to see you.
340.
I respect you guys so much. You guys are asking, bro.
15742.
Anybody call what that?
No.
It's the same. I know some good people named Mike.
This guy out here all day. He was out here the other day. He was the guy, the brother. He was the brother from the 39 50 family we got on 114 the other day. Remember you backed us? He was throwing the bottles or whatever.
Oh, no.
Yeah, that's him. He just not enough to do right.
Among these 3 men is Richard Bellevue. His friends call him Ricky. And at some point during this tense standoff, Ricky approaches the officers. "I'll throw shit in your face," he says.
I don't know what they're talking about, but I work here.
I mean, he's not bothering anybody.
I'm not bothered. I'm not doing nothing. You can't grab me. What? Joy, you feeling happy? You want to get a collar?
Yo, what are you guys doing?
You want to get a collar?
Listen, they told y'all to go enjoy the beach, right? Go have a good day.
Tell me where to go.
But you could just enjoy yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Fuck out of here. You can't tell me where to go.
Where do you want to be?
Fuck out of here. No, stop that.
Where do you want to be? Where do you want to be?
bro?
Where do you want to be?
I be anywhere I want. You can't tell me.
Nobody's telling you. We're just telling you.
According to law enforcement sources, Bellevue also said something else, something that would be used to justify what came next. "Touch any of my boys and you'll be dead." But here's where the story gets complicated, because one of Bellevue's friends immediately intervenes. "Stop," he says. Another friend chimes in. "You're just giving them a reason to beat our asses." They knew. They could feel what was coming.
That's what I'm saying.
Smack you.
That's what I'm saying.
Charges. Touch me, nigga. Touch any of my boys, nigga. You a dead boy.
Oh, shut the fuck
Yo, you're
up,
black.
bro.
They can shoot you, bro. Yeah,
We don't do that, though. I don't fucking
You're
disrespect
black.
you.
Right, homie. I don't like making us look
Yeah,
bad,
but
bro.
don't do that, man. Stop that. Come on.
You're just giving them a reason to beat our asses, bro.
I'm sorry.
Not today, though.
That's
Not
one thing
alive.
I don't do.
Nah, I'm
You hear
not.
me?
We ain't gonna give you views. Y'all got 300 views right now? Oh,
Ricky
my
out
God.
enough, you son.
What's your badge number, Joy? Confederate flag looking motherfucker, son. What's your name? How many views you want, son? Go ahead, say something stupid.
Yeah, but I certainly
Say something stupid, you fuckboy. Go ahead. Take that off, son. Take that patch off.
I was in our right in the same way.
I'm born in America, nigga. You can't do
Oh, yeah, fuck you. Lance Armstrong sucking dick ass,
nigga. Give me
nigga.
$1, nigga. Just pass my.
For 10 minutes, this dance continues. The men taunt. The officers tell them they're standing too close. One officer is wearing a mask. Remember, this is June 2020, when COVID-19 protocols were mandatory. The tension is thick, palpable, like humidity before a storm. One of the men keeps his phone trained on the officers the entire time. He's calling out their names, their badge numbers. He singles out one officer in particular, challenging him. Push me again.
Everybody in the comments wants to know why Mr. Kylie pushed you several times.
This is why.
I don't know why he pushed me several times. I'm sitting here, he said I got too close, but he approached me. I know he approached me.
Body in the ass. That nigga's getting like pops, nigga.
And I'll fuck you up.
Why, Mr. Kylie, why push me? I don't know.
But stop.
I got too close. Is that your comment? I got too close to you. You approached me on camera.
Weirdest thing I've ever seen.
That's what I'm saying.
My beautiful baby girl.
So why y'all saying it right now? I commit a crime or something?
You got a daughter?
Yeah,
Happy son. Yeah, happy Father's Day, fucking boys.
Well, he said he had a daughter.
No, I got a daughter.
Yeah, so what? His daughter don't matter or something, bro?
Don't matter, homie.
She's black? What the fuck is that supposed to?
Yo, give my phone.
Yeah, you gotta shut the fuck up, bro. You make me look
Bro,
good.
black,
Yo, don't put your hands on me again.
White, nigga.
Please don't.
What the fuck you mean, nigga? You violate black and
Yo,
white.
I love you.
Nah, man, nah.
You on your own, kid.
Yeah, you on your own with that one.
Take
Come on,
off.
nigga.
Come on, man. Fuck this boy. Fuck precinct dick. We scared of
The officers don't engage much. They're watching, waiting, and then about 10 minutes into the footage, something shifts. Ricky reaches into a trash can for something, and the officers don't know what it is or what his intentions are. We don't know what the officers saw, only what they said they saw, because immediately they move in. What happens next is captured from multiple angles: body cameras, bystander phones, the chaos of the moment frozen in digital memory. A scuffle erupts. Several officers converge on Ricky Bellevue, bodies collide, voices shout, and then in the tangle of limbs and uniforms, an officer's arm wraps around Bellevue's neck.
Recorded to my right. Tesla, nigga.
media.
No, it's not, but I mean,
Yeah.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Facebook love this shit. Stoner. You're the only one Facebook love.
Give me a breathalyzer.
Stoner. Go ahead. I ain't driving shit. You should suck
Yo,
it, nigga.
what the fuck are you doing, bro?
What are you doing? Get away from me, bro.
yeah, of course you didn't.
We're on camera too.
Just say that. This is shit. Yo, stop choking him, bro. Yo, stop choking him. Yo, he's choking him. Let him go, bro.
He's out.
Let him go.
Look.
Back up.
Yo, back the fuck up with him.
Back up. Back up.
You choking me.
Yo, stop choking him. He's choking him. Yo, he's fucking. Yo, he's choking him. We're not doing nothing wrong with my brother.
The now banned chokehold technique on Bellevue.
Got him. He's out.
While he's lying on the ground face down on his stomach.
A chokehold. The very technique that had just been at the center of national outrage. The technique that killed Eric Garner in New York 6 years earlier. The technique that the New York City Council had literally just voted to ban 1 week before this incident, though the mayor hadn't signed it yet. From the body camera angle, you can see it clearly. An officer's arm around Bellevue's neck. Pressure. Compression. Another officer notices. He taps the back of the officer applying the chokehold. Once, twice, a silent signal, let go. The officer releases his hold.
Yo, stop choking him, bro.
Cell phone video that went viral on social media shows the moment a man is being arrested by 4 NYPD officers in Rockaway Beach Sunday morning.
Stop choking him. Yo, he's choking him. Let him go, bro.
They are all in position to detain 35-year-old Ricky Bellevue and handcuff.
But the damage is done. He's choking him. Bystanders are shouting. The officers are walking Bellevue toward their vehicle now. Someone asks what's happening. An officer responds, he's not getting arrested, he's going to the hospital. Bellevue is in handcuffs. He's walking, but something is wrong. There's blood, a laceration, and according to his attorney, Lori Zeno, something far worse.
Ma'am, listen to me.
Nothing. I can tell you that. Excuse me.
Can I talk to you, please?
How dare I can't believe this is foolish. This is foolish. This is foolish.
Ma'am, look at me. Look at me. Look, Officer Fandor, can I talk to you real quick? Person to person. They were all acting crazy, right?
Why they not all being
Let me
entertained?
finish. Let me finish, all right? They're all obviously intoxicated. We know he has a mental history past, okay? We know he's bipolar.
And that is
Hold on,
obvious.
let me finish. They were all talking all types of crazy stuff to us. We did nothing. I don't care. Anybody can say whatever they want to us. Hold on,
right,
let me
when
finish.
I pulled up, y'all wasn't. Y'all was
let me
standing there, and
finish.
I seen all of them talking. I did see that.
So let
I
me finish.
understand that.
What changed everything is when he grabbed something and squared up and was going to hit my officer who's standing over there. That's when everything changed. The minute I saw him flex on him, that's when he goes down because we don't get hurt, and we're not going to leave somebody violent out here who might do that to one of you or another innocent person.
And that's respectable.
And that's why he's in cuffs, and that's why he's going to the hospital
and
because
I
we know he's
understand
ill.
that.
And that's it.
I
The other
understand
two
that.
are being loud, aggressive, and we don't like the way they're acting, but they're not acting like they're going to hurt anybody or us. So as long as they
He
leave,
just
it's
jumped
over.
in his face and told him, "You a white piece of shit." He called them a.
You know how many people are calling us that these days? If we arrested everybody that called me a white piece of shit, I'd have to lock up half the
Listen,
beach.
it does happen. We're not gonna go there.
You don't understand what I'm saying?
We're not gonna go there.
Somebody
but
who's
I
not being violent, we're going to
under-
allow you to have your First Amendment right and go home.
And I
Somebody who acts
understand that
differently
why-
towards us or the public, we're going to have to take you into custody. That's it. I'm done talking. Have a good day.
He's just going to get a psyche down there. Come on, man.
No sick. We're not sick.
Oh, you put me in the hospital? All right, baby. So good, baby. Yeah, nigga. I'm going to show you. It's so good, nigga. I can pop up. You hurt me, nigga. My body hurt. Yeah, nigga. All right. Can you step up? Nah, man. I'm stepping. No. You want to sit right here, though? Right there. You can sit here. Yeah, right there. Okay. I sit here. Yeah. Don't touch me, nigga.
Relax.
Don't touch. You gotta sit down, man.
Sit down.
Yo, call my twin, man.
Sit
You
down.
don't touch me.
Sit down.
Yeah, my whole
Relax.
body hurt. I'm asthmatic, bro.
Somebody needs to be here.
Oh, man. Y'all ladies.
When Ricky Bellevue arrived at the hospital, a staff member would later tell his attorney that he was unconscious. Lori Zeno, who serves as executive director of the Queen's Defenders, described her client's injuries in stark terms. His hair and his skin on his scalp were just ripped off. It was a big round spot. Just blood, that's all you could see. All the skin was gone. A perfect circle on the back of his head where his hair had been torn away. Scalp exposed. Bloody. Bellevue was charged with disorderly conduct, obstructing governmental administration, and resisting arrest. But Queens District Attorney Melinda Katz declined to prosecute. I think she saw the unfairness involved, Zeno told CNN, and I think she realized my client really didn't commit any crimes, and in fact it was the officer. The response was swift, at least by NYPD standards. Police Commissioner Dermot Shea suspended the officer without pay. While a full investigation is still underway, Shea said, "There is no question in my mind that this immediate action is necessary." The NYPD's Internal Affairs Bureau launched an investigation. So did the Civilian Complaint Review Board, the city agency charged with NYPD oversight. The Queens District Attorney's Office opened its own investigation. "There must be zero tolerance for police misconduct," DA Katz said in a statement. Lori Zeno went further. Speaking to a crowd outside the NYPD's 100th precinct, she called for the officer to be fired and prosecuted. This officer needs to be fired and prosecuted. He is the one who committed a crime in this circumstance. According to Zeno, officers approached Bellevue because he was kicking cans, and several officers pounced on him after he allegedly kicked a can toward an officer. Ricky Bellevue was released from custody on Monday afternoon, June 22nd, 2020. He went home to recover from his injuries. The body camera footage was released as part of new transparency directives put in place by Mayor Bill de Blasio just 1 week earlier, directives born from the national reckoning over police violence that followed George Floyd's death. A spokesperson for de Blasio's office said the video was very concerning. But here's what makes this case so emblematic of the moment. This happened 1 week after the New York City Council passed a sweeping package of police reform bills, including an official ban on chokeholds. 1 week. The mayor hadn't even signed it yet. The technique that was about to be officially banned was still being used on the streets of New York. Was Ricky Bellevue disorderly that morning? Absolutely he was. The body camera shows he was confrontational, he taunted officers, used obscene language, he made threats, but the district attorney looked at the evidence and decided not to prosecute. Was the use of force justified? The NYPD's own officer thought it necessary to tap his colleague and signal him to release the chokehold. What started as a confrontation over disorderly conduct on a boardwalk ended with a man unconscious and his scalp torn open. This case raises so many questions about escalation, about training, about accountability, about what happens when tensions run high and split-second decisions have lasting consequences. The officer in this case would have been justified in the initial takedown. When a person is being confrontational and making threats, you must take them seriously. When Ricky reached into that trash can, the officers had no idea what he was reaching for and what threat he would present. So taking that person down and securing them for officer safety is valid. But the second he employed the chokehold, all his validation went out of the window. Because of one bad decision and the political climate around the country, the officer sealed his fate. What do you think? Was this use of force justified given Bellevue's behavior? Should the officer have been prosecuted? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I want to hear from you. And always remember, justice delayed is justice denied.